Hey, what's up, guys? It's Daedric here. We got this beautiful man pulled up. I want to talk about specifically how to set up your taunt. There's various ways to do it. You could do it at the wall, you could do it in the open, and I'm going to teach you how to do almost all of it. Now, I'm going to mention something called the triple taunt, and this is quite high level, but once you do it, right, and I don't really think about it when I'm doing it. I would just say, I would do something like this, and then you see how my taunt is tracking so much. So okay, hold on, let me turn off counter hit real quick. Okay, so I'll give you this setup, which is very often used. So let me do command history as well, so you guys can see my inputs. 3+4. I'm just gonna tap it once. I mistimed it, so it tracked. So you see how that is whiffing. It is whiffing quite badly. He's like to my side, most likely. He can get like a side throw off, right? And if you see my inputs, so that right there is a triple taunt, and this will always track every single one of them. But you just need to know how to set it up correctly, right? So you hit this 3+4. This is mostly when you're going to be setting it up, because you can get like some disgusting stuff off of 3+4. Okay, my frames are dropping. Thank you, Tekken. So since he's tech rolling, this is not hitting him. But back roll, you can like scoop him up, like you could do some crazy shit. This has very weird properties attached to it, this 3+4. Okay. So how you do this is you hit him with it, right? Hit him with 3+4, you dash up, and then can you see how he comes to a complete stop, right? So this is when you're going to input the triple taunt. So right here. And it's also smart to mention that this taunt right here is about how many frames it takes for him to tech roll, right? Fuck. So we'll always catch him if you set it up like this and they tech roll, right? There's multiple ways to do it. I'm going to teach you after. Don't worry about that. So the power of this is ridiculous. This is how I almost taunt jet up or mad people. You know, it is pretty good. The setup is pretty fucking good. Unless they know, then I'll try to scoop them up, or do some other type of oki. Let's say they, if they do back roll, this sometimes catches them if you're, off axis. This move has so many fucking properties. But if you're off axis, you can scoop them like that. Even if they back roll, like it's almost like a mini launcher. Okay. So we have this. This is the main setup, right? There's this move right here, which gives you the same exact knockdown, right? That's banging. That's banging. So you can always do it from either one. So I would say, instead of looking at the opponents when you're taunting like this, right? When you're using the taunt like this, I would say look at Bryan to see when he's recovering, and always look at his knee. I usually use his knee, but it is quite different, because if they tech roll that way, then it's harder for me to own them with the taunt. But usually the other way, I have a lot more consistent like taunt setup. I could talk about just like a normal combo, right? And how you want to set this up at the wall. What the fuck? Is it Marduk? No, it's not Marduk. I don't know. Need to back up a little bit. Don't mind me. Just dropping combos. Combo's not even hard. I'm just gonna do that, right? And if you're using this wall ender, it's pretty hard to do. But if you get consistent at it, it is so worth. It is so worth. And you could do it off all of your, after every single combo that you hit on the wall, right? So I want to talk about this move specifically at the wall. Because of course it gains different properties at the wall. Thank you, Bryan, for being too damn complicated. So you hit that. And for Oki, right, this is the best way you can set up the taunt. So down forward 2, 3. If you counter hit with the first down forward 2, then that 3 plus 4 is guaranteed. Or well, it's a 3, but I think you know what I mean. I'm gonna show you. It tracked him really well right there. So that is the normal setup you want to use at the wall. I would not recommend trying to do what is it? I'll switch sides. Trying to do this, it gives less Oki, but of course, if you're triple taunting, then it will always track them. Like it's what you need to do almost on these setups. And I'm definitely going to talk about how to do, I'm definitely going to make a video on how to do taunt jet upper more consistently, because it is quite a hard thing to do, but I'm quite consistent at it, I will say. I'm dropping frames, but there we go, hit one. And those setups like that is extremely important to Bryan. That's what makes Bryan's Oki so good, right? Because if you hit someone, even with, not even with the back four, but let's say they tech roll and you hit a back four, I failed it there, right? You have a chance of wall splatting them, and then you're going to be thinking, okay, well, I can't tech roll this Bryan, you know? Especially if you know, since you have so many options, you don't really need to use taunt jet upper. You don't need to use the hard shit, right? You can always use machine gun punches, or you can use, let's see, forward 2, forward, yeah, forward 2-1-4, 2-1-4. I actually fail this one the most. I don't know why. I fail it more than taunt jet upper. I couldn't tell you why. Alright, now I'm going to talk about how to set it up in combos. Now I got this from Jimmy J. Tran. I think he is the best Bryan player to ever exist right now. And watching him is extremely cool. Fucking love watching him. So you can see him always do this combo in tournament. Combo is quite hard. See, something like that, how he ends with the dual knees, and then if they tech roll, then it will track them. You could do that combo to set it up. Usually you don't want to set it up in combos other than this, or you know, doing this and then getting this on the wall. You want to make sure that you have certain setups, right? So this will be way more consistent. I think this is like one of the best ways to just get straight damage. Other than, you know, Taunt upper, of course. If you want to do more of like a setup, you could do Taunt into down forward 2-3. It is +8, as you can see, +8. And you can set up with either forward 3 after that. Has quite a bit of pushback, right? Especially when you taunt into it. You do shit like that. You could do 3+4. It is 18 frames, so it will trade with anything that is a jab. So this is like almost impossible to backdash, but they can sidestep it. And I definitely want to mention that I am on a fucking cheat box right here. I think keyboards and hitboxes with this shit is like kind of makes Taunt upper way easier than it should be, especially comparative to like to sticks and shit. Because you know I consider myself to be a stick player, but I use hitbox on Bryan for a reason. Not only because of this, not only because of Taunt upper, but there's multiple things like you have to do a lot of quarter circle forward, like use this in combos, right? You can do this. Let's see. Oh, like this combo that I was talking about. This is way easier on hitbox. So cheat box all the way. Bad input. But yeah, all I really wanted to talk about is just how important triple taunting is and the fucking tracking on this thing. I mean, why wouldn't you use it, you know? And it really helps you set up your wall pressure, you know? They do not want to, when they first have the chance to tech roll, right? They'll really be thinking about how this shit tracks. This shit will track them every single time, right? And then high level players will think about that, right? Hold on, I wall splattered them. Right? And you can always do feint, and then do a, you can like feint a taunt, and then go into another triple taunt. And then that will track them. Like, you have a lot of options as Bryan if they're tech rolling. And then if they're on the ground, you know, just use this. This will counter hit them. Or if they're doing ghetto kicks, you can always just backdash them and then hit them with this at the wall. I feel like this character has infinite options at the wall. Alright, gents. It's been 15 minutes. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Please sub. Would really appreciate it. And take care. Thank you.